Welcome to Wheels and Deals Podcast, sponsored by North Georgia Toyota in beautiful Dalton, Georgia, the ultimate pit stop for all things automotive. Join your hosts, Daniel Gross and Benjamin Ward, guiding you through the exhilarating world of car buying, car facts, and car parts, all while throwing in a dash of insight into the life at a dealership. So buckle up, tune in, and let's hit the road to explore the thrilling journey of Wheels and Deals. Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Wheels and Deals podcast sponsored by North Georgia Toyota. I am your host, Ben Ward. Daniel Gross is not with us again today, but he'll be back in some future podcasts. With me once again is my friend and one of our service supervisors and managers, James Nix.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, man. It's so good to have me back. It's been a minute since we had a podcast. We've been very busy at the dealership lately. We've been involved with the community. We had some stuff going on, like fun things for our customers. So it's just great to kind of kick off the beginning of the fall, but end of summer to talk about what's going on next. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of what's the importance of car service and customer service, but we also got special guest Larry Gray, who is a friend of North Georgia Toyota and a current customer, always been our customer, alongside with our other service manager, Eddie Hammer, with us as well. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves since you guys are new to the show? So Hammer, why don't you talk about yourself for a quick second?
A little bit about me. I've worked for Toyota for the last 28 years. I've been a mechanic most of my life. I'm a manager now. It's a great product, great company to work for, and something I love doing.
That's great. And Larry, you're with us for a particular reason. You're going to tell us some stories about your vehicle that's about to enter 513,000 miles?
That's exactly right. Been an outside sales guy for over 20 years, traveling East Tennessee, North Georgia, North Alabama. Got about 513,000 miles on my vehicle, and it's always been serviced here at North Georgia Toyota. Got 51 oil changes in the books right now. And, just had a little issue the other day, whooped in, and within an hour I was back on the road and rolling towards Cookeville, Tennessee.
Wow, that's awesome. We'll talk more about that as well as we continue this conversation. So, which brings up what's so important about car service, like in general? Like, we need to have our young people out there who are driving, or those who are not car savvy that still drive, but they need to know what's so important, why we need car service. Yeah, you guys could definitely talk about that.
Service is key. Any services recommended in your owner's manual are key as well. They're done by mileage or time. There's also dealer recommended services. Dealer recommended services that will increase your vehicle's life even longer than what your manual is estimated. All the cars come with a 336 bumper to bumper mileage, and that's key. That anything goes wrong with this that's a manufacturer's defect, Toyota is going to take care of that for you. Same way with the 5 years, 60,000 miles. And then even after it gets out of warranty, those are still key things that have to be done. Your oil changes, your tire rotations, your brakes being replaced. It's all about how you take care of your vehicle. The better you take care of it, the better it's going to treat you.
That's right. What do you have to say about James? Any points of view? I agree with Hammer. Of course, we agree with Hammer.
Yeah, of course, I agree with everything Hammer said. That's how you get to the vehicles with the mileage that are 500,000 or even 1 million miles. Finding a good product and taking care of it. If you take care of your vehicle, it'll take care of you.
But then we got our customer here, Mr. Larry Gray. There's you continue to be with us. So I guess the customer service is substantial. Having you here, want us to keep coming, not because we're awesome. I know that, but so as a customer standpoint, what's your testimonial about getting your car serviced here, and what makes the experience great being a customer here?
It's that I'm recognized when I walk in the building, and when I do have an issue, it's jumped on and took care of. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit, but most of the time I get serviced immediately. And I don't only have one Toyota, I have three.
Yes.
And I've been a Ford guy my whole life.
We don't say that here, no.
I know. But, you know, I changed over to Toyota in 2012 and, you know, 513,000 miles. I'm still sitting here and tickled to death, not only with the vehicle, but with the dealership.
That's right.
You said you had what, like 52 oil changes?
51.
Do you have records of all those?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's good.
And it's kind of, you know, they talk back in the shop, you know, when I pull in, because, you know, I would almost compare my car to a new car. If you go out and look at it in the parking lot right now, it looks like it was on the showroom when I bought it, and there's not much changed. And even there's about a less than a quarter of an inch tear in one of the seats in 513,000 miles.
Wow.
I think I was the one that did the headlight restoration on it.
I think so, yeah. And
It turned out good?
Yep, turned out good, and seeing and moving right on down the road.
Excellent.
Now, with that type of testimonial, a lot of people's first question is going to be, you've put 513,000 miles on this
That's a
vehicle.
lot of mileage.
Have you ever put an engine in it?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever put a transmission?
No.
That is the type of things that I love to hear and I love to see over my 28 years is dependability. You know, the old saying goes, Toyota sells itself. There's
That's
your
right.
testimonial right there. If you do the services, if you take care of it, it will not only look new, it'll act new also.
Right. Well, just let's say, like, it's just so important to keep up with your service team when you buy a car at our dealership, because you just want to take advantage of that, because these guys know your car, they know your product. And,
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, you can support small business and, you know, go to these other mom and pop places, which is not, it's perfectly fine to do, but it's just important to come to places like your dealership with their service people, because they'll have knowledge of the product. Then it could reach up to, like, our guest Larry here to get to where he's at. And your goal is to get to 1 million miles with this.
My goal is to continue to roll as I continue to travel. And, you know, what I will say about oil change is oil change to me is just not an oil change. An oil change is starting with one oil and continuing with that oil throughout the whole life of the vehicle.
Yes.
And that's why, you know, I have total confidence in the service and the oil changes here at North Georgia Toyota.
Right. And I could tell you, like, a little experience of how important oil changes are. This is when I was a student back at Oral Roberts University when I lived in Oklahoma years ago. And I think I was doing some landscaping work. This is like a little paying job on campus and living on campus during summer school. And I remember there was a car. I'm not sure if it was a Toyota car, but I just remembered it was just some other car just stranded in the middle of, like, I forget what, I think it was Lewis Avenue, I think. I could be wrong. I forgot the other street that was intersecting with Lewis Avenue, being right by the campus in Tulsa. But I remember this car was just kind of stranded. It was just, she was probably in her mid 50s, early 60-year-old woman, something like that. She was just stranded. And I come up to her, being a good Christian student, you know, like it's a Christian university. But I go, ma'am, are you okay? Is your car just stalled there? Like, yeah, I think I'm out of gas, sir. And I'm like, let me kind of look at your vehicle. And she had enough gas. Her oil levels were shot. Like, she had absolutely no oil left in her car. Like, you said, Larry, like, oil is life in your car. It's a life source. It's the blood of the vehicle. And you want to make sure that you're getting those oil changes. It's very important.
And you talked about bringing your vehicle to North Georgia Toyota, and you know that it's good to have people that know how to work on Toyotas. But not only that, you know, me and Hammer over here like to talk a lot about the dealership being like a one-stop shop.
Yes.
You know, you can anything you want here. It's not, we don't just do oil changes. We don't just do brakes, just alignments, anything like that.
Yeah, we got a great parts department here too.
Great
So,
parts department. Whenever you buy tires here, you know, you get an alignment with it. And
You buy your tires here, you get, you know, your alignment. That way everything will wear correctly. It'll drive correctly. It'll drive well. If you want to continue in that service, having them balanced here, and rotated, that's what we're here for. We're a one-stop shop from buying your parts and the at-home mechanic, so to speak, or our certified ASE mechanics and certified Toyota mechanics, master technicians that we have, and we also have a body shop.
Yes.
So if you have a parking lot accident or something like that, you can have your oil changed today, have your fender fixed tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll eventually have a body shop podcast as well in the future. So.
Like when you talk about buying tires, there's a lot of perks that come with buying tires here. You're not just buying the tires here. You get free rotates for the life of the tire.
Free rotates for the life of the tire. You get free tire repairs. If that tire is not repairable, we'll put you a new tire on it with the road hazard that we have. It covers you from start to finish.
Yes, I know it's at the end of, or we're entering the end of August, and as we're recording this podcast, we're currently right now we're doing the big one sale, buy 3 tires and get the fourth one $1. So currently right now, the sale will end August 31st. So as I posted this podcast, and those who are listening, if it's still August before August 31st, you need new tires, come and see us. That's,
Absolutely.
really
We carry
big.
all major brands and sizes to fit your Toyota vehicle.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk about the transparency and the communication between our employees and the customers. Like, let's talk about how North Georgia Toyota maintains clear and honest communication with its customers and the vehicle's needs. So, James, do you have anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely part of what I have to deal with every day. Is as far as part of my job is looking over my technicians, giving thorough, detailed inspections of the vehicle. And of course, we want to inform the customers of their vehicle's condition so they can make the decision on what they want to do with it.
Right.
We're not trying to sell things that the vehicle doesn't need. It's not. We're not trying to be like shady or anything like that. And it's definitely, we want to be as transparent with the customer as we possibly can.
Right.
And we just want to tell them about their vehicle and how their vehicle's doing. It's no different than going to the doctor and getting a checkup, in my opinion, because the doctor is going to tell you that what's wrong with you, your overall condition, the good things and the bad. You want to detail all of that.
Just going back what James said, it was just before the podcast started, I was just telling a story of last week. I pulled in, and me being a shade tree mechanic, I just thought, I was missing a fuel pump, and I needed a new fuel pump. So I told Bill out on the service desk, I think I need a fuel pump. And he said, well, let's look and see. And they took the vehicle back, and within about an hour, I was ready to go. And, a fuel pump, say $400, say generally whatever the cost of repair is. And I walked out of here with $88 charge that I didn't need a fuel pump. I just needed another module that got me back out on the road. So, instead of them just adding stuff to a vehicle and running the prices up, look, that's the kind of dealership that we're dealing with when we deal with North Georgia Toyota, is they fix the part and not just add-on parts.
Yeah.
One of the things I like to tell all my people that work for me is always be transparent as possible, give very accurate, detailed prices to our customers to what it's going to be tax out the door. And also along with that is we give options. And some of the options is, you may need tires today and you need brakes today, but you have a service coming up, say it's a transmission service or possibly plugs. You don't have to do that today. We're not going to be high pressure sales and tell you can't leave a dealership unless you do it all. We're going to let you make that decision if you want to do any of it, all of it, or do some of it now and some of it later.
Right.
Money's hard to come by.
Right.
People are on a budget, have been for years, and they need a good, dependable, reliable means of transportation. And that's why they come to us.
That's right.
And that's why they come back to us. We're not going to overcharge. We're not going to sell you something you don't need. That's just not something we do here, and it's not something I will put up with from any of my people.
Right. And I could tell you, like, being not just an employee here, but, before I got hired on here, like, I used to be a customer here too. And, it's always good to have the communication between, the employee, service employee, and the customer. And like as James said, so you may not sometimes they have technicians that they trust and they work hard on, and James has to be the facilitator of all that and sending people like Ryan or Mike to us, or Jeff Adams, who are in charge of being back and forth with us. It's always good to have someone like that to just like tell you what's going on and the decisions we have to make. Sometimes they're tough decisions because you need the vehicle that you get to and fro, but in the long run, like, they're trying to tell you, hey, like, this needs to be done in your car. It's like going to the doctor,
Yes.
keeping up with your car. Like, the more you keep neglecting the things that your car needs, you're going to be like that middle-aged woman in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the middle of Lewis Avenue, so in the future. So that's why it's so important to make sure those oil changes are up to date. The parts that you have in the car is up to date, and everything that you do. So
Everything we do here is Toyota factory parts. We don't use aftermarket parts on our vehicles. Our vehicles are very specific, and they're made that way that if you use the Toyota factory parts, they will get you 500,000 miles plus. They will get you A to B, and they get passed down from generation to generation also, and it's been that way for many years.
that's right. So I want to just kind of go into a rabbit hole here, Larry. So you've been 513,000 miles. So you mentioned some states and some travels. So you want to have any fun little stories about your truck and how you built up all that mileage or anything like that you're willing to share?
Yeah, I'm just a traveling salesman. I sell for Kellogg's and Freshly's and a number of, I represent about 45 manufacturers, and all my customers are in all these states, and I just got to get from point A to point B and have total confidence in my Toyota and service team here at North Georgia Toyota. I get questioned all the time, when are you going to lay that vehicle down? And whenever it quits, but I've definitely got my money out of it. I'm an independent contractor, and I pay my own bills, and I just get paid for what I sell. And as long as I've got faith in the vehicle, we're going to keep rolling it. But I do have another Toyota's in the wings that when this one does die, we'll just move on to the next one.
So what is the current vehicle you drive now, but what's the other backup Toyotas that you have, just in case?
I've got a 2024 Tundra.
Nice.
And then I got a 2024 Grand Highlander.
Yeah.
And you choose to drive the 2012 more than all the others.
All the others,
Yeah.
exactly. If me and the wife go to Florida, we jump in the Toyota 4Runner, and a little sand won't hurt it, and we generally take the 4Runner.
Nice.
Which
Again, it goes back to dependability. The vehicle, you're comfortable with it. You're comfortable with your services that's being done, and I've known you for the past 6 years, and you spoke about coming in. We know you, and you know us, and that's that relationship that we want with everyone that comes in the dealership. That you have that go. Everybody knows a guy, right? We want to be that guy.
Yeah.
We want to be that dealer that you come to us and we fix it right the first time. That's Toyota's motto, and that's mine also.
That's right. And this is actually really cool to have like a customer business relationship that way. Is like you're part of, you're just part of North Georgia Toyota, like being a customer. You're like, even a way, you're kind of family, just it's like being a regular at a bar. It's nice to have regulars at a tire shop or a car dealership. Like, they just know that this is the place to be. These are my people. These are my teams that I could rely on to come here. And of course, we want your business, but it's just great to have those kind of people trusting us to be part of your life too. That you trust us.
Well, I trusted enough that in my travels, I've had people from Maryland fly down and buy a Toyota at North Georgia Toyota.
Yeah.
I've worked with some of my suppliers from my customers. I think we gave away 3 or 4 Toyota vehicles through their business. And then we've got a Feeding the Future. One of my big customers represents Feeding the Future golf tournament here in September. And all the benefits of this Feeding the Future is for child hunger. And so for the last 3 or 4 years, North Georgia Toyota has stepped up and been a part of Feeding the Future. And I come by and work with Greg and Eddie and get a vehicle, and we display that on hole number 18 up at Chattanooga Golf and Country Club, and just showing the support not only for local but to help feed the children, because there's so many children out there that goes home and hungry every day.
I'll tell you, Larry, that is a really great story. Thank you for bringing that up, and that's really good. And it's really cool that we are a part of so many communities that we can do to help and be part of, and that's how we also have customers come, because not only because we have the good product and the knowledge and all that, but because North Georgia Toyota is part of the Whitfield County community, but not just Whitfield. Like, we are in with the Catoosa, Gilmer, we just in Gordon, and now Murray County and all that. Like, even though we just represent North Georgia, like, we want to be your customer no matter where you are in the United States. It doesn't have to be Georgia or Southeast Tennessee. It could be anywhere. And we have customers even coming from North Carolina, and you just said you even help direct the people from Maryland, you said, to come here to buy from us. So yeah, we want to be your dealer no matter what.
Probably assisted in over 16 or 17 vehicles in the last couple of years get sold here at North Georgia, and it's no haggle, and the price customers are in and out, and that's what a lot of the customers I deal with that call and ask me to help them get a vehicle is they want to get in and get out, and that's exactly what we do here at North Georgia Toyota.
Maybe we should be paying you some commission.
I was about to say, do you tell them to give you a commission fee?
Anytime we get a new customer, you don't have to buy your car here to have it serviced here. I'm not going to treat you any differently. I'm going to treat you just like you were a North Georgia Toyota customer, like I should. And with that said, I have customers who come in and I talk to every day, and sometimes they're new, and sometimes they've just recently started coming here over the past 4 or 5 visits. And I ask them, why do you come here? Why do you come to North Georgia Toyota? And one of the biggest things I hear, and the best thing you can tell me as a manager, is because you're better than the others.
Yeah.
And I hear that a lot. And that is our absolute goal. I want to be the best that we can be at North Georgia Toyota, and not only have the best customers, we'll conduct the best customer service that you can find anywhere.
That's right. And our showroom has progressed in the past season when I took over, and our showroom just kind of had barely anything to now we have basically a functional small play space for families. So and books for children, and so like families are now getting together to have like little game time together, other than just the kids being on their parents' cell phones or tablets and watching TV. So
Noticed Saturday we get pretty busy around here on Saturdays.
Yeah,
and we could probably add more that I saw. It's nice to see the kids playing together, but the parents were having to stand back. There were so many kids wanting to. They were all getting to know each other and playing and carrying on. I thought it was great.
And and that's community building within itself too. And and then we're just bringing it back we had to bring back some events too slowly, because earlier this summer we had barbecue, and my friend Sam Wells, who's a local musician around here, he did a little band. And did you stop by for that one, Larry? Actually?
No, I didn't get to. No.
Yeah. Well, hopefully in the future come back for another one with us. So we had
ice cream one day.
Yeah, we did ice cream. Yeah, Roosters came by.
When you even come to the service department, most all my advisors, I keep them in candy for the kids. Some of the advisors have their favorite candy, and we even have dog treats for the little fur babies when they come in.
We're having a limitless amount of customer service and memorable things going on. And we even got like yard games set up in the front of our dealership. We've actually started calling it Disneyland because we kind of want to make it like memorable for the customers and their families to be here. And just like I know it's like it's not just like a play place. Like let's come to North Georgia just to play games, but like no, you come to North Georgia to get your stuff done, but you have things to do with your family, your friends, or meet somebody new to enjoy your experience here. So
meeting other Toyota customers, meeting people at Toyota throughout my life. I have made some of the best friendships that I can say in my past 28 years with Toyota that still carry on today.
That's really cool.
And that's in 3 different states also.
Yeah, it's really cool. And our main customers come from like the 3 main states of like Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. So, yeah, those are kind of our top ones. But we have people from like I said, all over the place that come here. It's amazing.
We're just right off the Interstate 75 here in Dalton. I have friends and family from Florida traveling north, and they're on their vacation. Some of them are even traveling south. And it tickles me when they come by just to tell me hi. And it's nice to see you again. You know, these are people who were customers, people I worked with, and all that I still remain friends with today from 28 plus years ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we got some more. We have another event coming up too at the end of August. As we're recording it, we're gonna have a game truck come in as well. It's gonna have like a whole bunch of video games for kids and families to enjoy themselves while their cars are being serviced on a Saturday, late morning and early afternoon. We're gonna like have some popcorn and pizza as well. And I'm not really the biggest college football fan. I married into a huge college football family. I know how it is in the South too. Those who are listening, I'm not originally from Dalton, Georgia. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois area. So we all
Sorry about that.
Only thing I miss is the food in the Great Lakes. Everything else, I'm very happy to be down in this part. It took me a little bit, but I enjoyed the culture of the South and Dalton, and I've learned to love Georgia football with my family over the years. It was a growing process, but I just haven't kept up with the schedules of the new season. But I booked this gaming truck to come the same opening day as Georgia football. Yeah. So, like, why did I do that? I already paid for it and everything.
I would encourage everyone to come early and stay late. And,
exactly.
Enjoy everything that we have to offer here at North Georgia. And you know, one of the sayings in the South is we do things different down here.
Yes.
And one of the things we do different is the way we treat people down here versus other places.
That's right.
You know, I think that's a really excellent segue into the convenience features that we provide the customer while they're here. Stuff like our business development center that books our appointments and talks to customers. We have the ability to make online appointments. We've got stuff like e-approval, where you get your pending services sent to your phone as an option. We have a little what they call the Go Moto thing where you can skip the service advisor essentially and just put your information into the little sort of like a menu board at any of the new fast food restaurants where you can order on the little board without actually having to talk to somebody for people who are introverts like me. We've got loaner vehicles, we got shuttle service, we got a lounge that's stocked with drinks. We've talked about other things like popcorn.
Yes, popcorn will eventually, the word is eventually, make its return back in the showroom. We will. At least we're going to get that started at the end of the month when we have the game truck and Georgia football going on. But it will soon become a full-time thing. We're working on getting that back to we're slowly but surely going to get popcorn full-time back in the showroom. But hopefully for surely, the 31st will be a beacon of its return. But hopefully shortly it'll be coming back. But yeah.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, I think a lot of customers are too. I heard sometimes even customers, like other people have told me, like people come because they just love the smell of popcorn. We got Little Debbie's though. That has been a full-time thing back for roughly almost 2 months now, having Little Debbie's coming back. We just kind of were in a bubble of this of COVID. COVID changed how we did things and how we used to sell and how we did service. But now that COVID's over and things are coming back to normal, how we did things in America, and before COVID, we had like popcorn full time, Little Debbie's full time, and people are doing test drives constantly. But now things are shifting back to how it used to be. So here at this dealership.
We've always got fresh coffee.
Yes,
We got vending machines, bathrooms that are easy to access.
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Got a lot of things that are here just for the waiting experience.
Yeah, you have everything you pretty much need here at North Georgia Toyota.
The only other thing I would like to add, if anyone was thinking about coming down to North Georgia Toyota to have your car serviced, I invite you to compare us to anyone else that you've had your car serviced at. And any issue you have, if there's not 100% satisfaction, come see me at my office and I will see where we failed and I will fix it. I can only fix things if I know about it, and the only way I know about it is from feedback from our customers.
I just encourage everybody to buy at North Georgia Toyota and have your vehicle serviced. Have it serviced like recommended, and you'll have the long life success that I have with my 2012 4Runner, and looking to put 750,000 and getting on to 1 million miles with this great group here.
Yeah, well, I would love to have you back on the show eventually because I really like your presence here, Larry. I'd love to have you come back in the future, but keep us posted about your progress to the 1 million mark. So we're 513K. We're on our way to 750. Let us know when you're about to approach that.
Okay.
And that'll be great. James, anything you'd like to add before we end today's podcast?
I think we're good. I mean, just make sure you come see some of our team whenever you get to your service done. You've got me, James, you've got Hammer over here, you got people like Brian Carr and Stephanie and our multiple cashiers and any of our service advisors that are more than willing to help with anything that you need.
All right. Well, friends, thank you so much for tuning in for a brand new episode of Wheels and Deals. Like I said, it's been a minute since we've done this podcast, and it's always a pleasure to do this for you guys. It's been fun to bring something new to our dealership like this podcast and bringing back Test Drive Tuesdays and talking about the service side of things. Just remember how important it is to keep up with your car. If you keep up with your physical body, you need to go to the doctor. Like, you got to make sure that you come and get your car serviced every 5,000-10,000 miles and making sure things are good and follow the track of your oil. That's the most important part of your car, is to make sure that there's plenty of oil in your car so you don't end up on a road like a middle-aged woman sitting downtown Tulsa. I don't know why that's being a running joke, but if you like Larry said, come here to buy, and we have tons of Tacomas on the lot. I do create the Test Drive Tuesday videos and fun little content creating shorts. It's just so important to let you guys know we have plenty of Tacomas. Those who need one for your personal life or for your own business, Tacomas can definitely get you to point A to point B for your business or your personal needs. We can need a very awesome truck. Well, friends, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow us on our social medias of Instagram and Twitter. You can listen to these podcasts on our YouTube channel. You can also find us at Spotify and iTunes as well. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. We are out. Talk to you guys later.